Have you ever gotten home from the beauty parlor and looked at yourself in the mirror and said, "Oh, I hate it"? It might not be the haircut. It might just be the scale. Stay tuned and find out what I mean. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm Liz Kleba from Closet Play Image, and there we are, where we are all about bright ideas for your style and your wardrobe. Well, what does that have to do with getting a haircut? Well, let's talk about scale today, and we're just going to touch on one aspect of scale. So if you followed it along for any time, you know that I've been through 1,000 different hairstyles, all of them short, but a couple months ago I went a lot shorter than I had been. And I did not say to myself, I don't love my haircut, because I did. I loved it. So thank you, Hope. I loved my haircut. My problem was that it took me a couple of days to adjust to the difference in scale. Well, what do I mean by that? So lots of us have seen this optical illusion. Which dot, orange dot, what can you tell me about their size, right? Which one is smaller? Neither is the answer. Which one is larger? Neither. Both of those orange dots are the same size. They look dramatically different in size by what is surrounding them. What is surrounding them? So if I put my finger across this dot, you can see it's about to one knuckle. Same thing. The orange dots don't change. It's how they look by what's surrounding them. Same thing happens frequently when we get a haircut. So think about that. Your hair is framing your face, particularly if you go from longer to shorter. All of a sudden, there's less frame. So things can feel different in their scale. Another big aspect of scale is that it can change the jewelry we wear. So I went from wearing, hold on, I need to take this out. I meant to take that out beforehand, but I guess I forgot, and then it would have looked weird to show up with any one earring anyway. So I'm gonna put down my collar so it's a little more obvious. But I had been wearing these earrings kind of on repeat. But when I cut my hair shorter, all of a sudden they felt too heavy and too large. Same for my big favorite silver hoops that I wear all the time. Now, this pair of earrings, the same size this way, but much lighter in profile, all of a sudden felt better. So I'm going to show you one on either side to kind of give you an illustration of that. So it could be, if you're not loving your haircut, it may not be about the haircut, it may be about the jewelry, the clothing you're wearing with it, the other things. So you may need to step back and take a look at your scale. So you can already see here how this one looks much heavier and clunkier on my much smaller scale now than this earring. I wish this was darker so we could actually get a better view of it, but I don't have two other hoops. Now this lighter and airier hoop feels better with less hair around my face. So same thing happened with glasses and sunglasses in particular. So you may find that you need glasses or sunglasses, let's say sunglasses in particular, because they're easier to replace and less expensive, but you may find you need sunglasses with a thinner and lighter frame if you cut your hair shorter for summer. If you let your hair get longer and if maybe you're growing out your hair and all of a sudden your glasses, like you're not feeling right, it may be that you need a heavier frame for your glasses for now the greater volume that is going on around your head and face. So it's just something to think about. So I had been wearing these earrings quite frequently as well, and I'm not so sure. I took a whole bunch of things kind of out of my drawer. Yeah, they're feeling too clunky now for me now that I have less hair. And that's okay, because it's gonna grow, it's hair, it'll grow out. I may let it get longer in the fall, at which case I'll grab a couple of those pairs of earrings that I sort of stored away and grab them back out and they'll feel all new again in the fall. But it's just something to think about. It may not be the haircut, It may be the scale and how it's feeling with everything else that you've normally done. Because what happens is we get a haircut, and then the next day we do our makeup the same way, we put on our jewelry the same way, but it's not the same. We're not putting it on the same base. And so it may look wrong and out of sync, and we think it's the hair. So there's nothing wrong with your hair. It may just be that the things that you're adding need to be rescaled for the new scale that's been created with your hairdo. Same thing can happen when we go big and poofy, for example, for an event, when our hair normally lays more flat. Or maybe your hair is big and poofy and you sleek it for an event. That will change your scale as well. It's also the reason that Hollywood starlets carry around gigantic handbags, because the bigger bag around the starlet makes her look smaller. It's just one of those little things. We can manipulate how we look using scale. We'll talk about scale and pattern, and scale and design and pattern. For example, on clothing, on patterns and design, on another day. But anyway, if you found anything here of value, this is YouTube, you know how it works. Please like and subscribe. And thank you again so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. Your time is precious, and any of it you spend with me is a gift. Again, I am Liz Cleva from Closet Play Image, where we're all about bright ideas for your wardrobe and your style. You can find out more about all kinds of goodness about style at closetplay.biz. That's closetplay.biz. Biz rhymes with Liz. That's me. Stay safe and sound, sane and stylish. Thank you. Bye.